More than 1,600 United States service members have lost limbs in the Middle East and Afghanistan. Only on CBS This Morning, David Martin shows us the extraordinary story of hope for one former Marine sergeant. He lost all 4 limbs in combat, but thanks to a team of doctors at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston, his prospects of managing everyday tasks are again within reach.
This dude, Sergeant John Peck, what? Just got listed for a double arm transplant.
That was 2 years ago when John Peck, a Marine who lost all 4 limbs to an explosion in Afghanistan in 2010, learned he might not have to rely on prosthetic arms for the rest of his life.
These things, they suck. I mean, they are horrible.
This summer, Peck was wheeled into an operating room at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston for a 14-hour surgery. Packed in ice chests, arms from a young man who had been declared brain dead 36 hours earlier were rushed in to be attached to Peck's stumps. Dr. Simon Talbot led a team of 60 surgeons, nurses, and technicians.
Is there a moment of truth in these surgeries? The moment when you know you've succeeded in attaching that arm?
There's a fabulous moment of truth. That's when blood can flow into this hand and you see it turn pink.
Here we go, look at that. Oh yeah. Radial pulse, perfect.
And that's that moment where you get butterflies and you know that this arm is actually back on and back alive again.
So fast. Look, tip of the thumb's still coming back.
When Peck woke up the next day, he had someone else's arms.
Well, I feel like these things are like really compressing and everything.
Before he can use them, his own nerves have to grow down to his new fingertips, a slow and sometimes agonizing process.
As those nerves grow back, sometimes they can give unusual sensations to people, sensations like electric shocks and sensations like burning.
There was one night in the ICU I was crying. I was in a lot of pain, even through all the meds I was on. I contemplated calling the doctor and being like, look, doc, I can't handle this pain right now. You gotta take these arms off me.
Just bring your arm up, straight out in front.
Maximum effort.
He withstood the pain and is now in his 2nd month of rehabilitation, with his medical team constantly checking for any sign his body might be rejecting his new arms.
I don't see any redness that's not clearing up, so that all looks good.
Let's not sugarcoat this. You got a lot of hard work to do with an uncertain outcome.
Yeah.
That's pretty daunting.
Any day my body can say, nope, not having it. And then go back to Brigham and get my arms re-amputated even higher than I was before.
Feel okay or too snug?
Yeah, it's too snug.
For now, the arms are in braces to protect them from strain, and it could be a year before he has sensation in his fingers.
It's very different having to kind of relearn, right? Because you learned with the prosthetic and you got that down. And now you got these arms back and you kind of got to relearn how to use them.
2 years ago, when we first met John Peck, he was living in a handicap-accessible house.
As you can see, the countertops are lowered.
But just putting food on the table was an exercise in frustration.
See, prosthetics don't really help with this. Grabbing, come here.
All he's trying to do here is scramble a few eggs someone else has already taken out of the shell.
That's how I have to open up Tupperwares.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of a pain.
Yeah, it is.
Now we're going to put your arm right up here over this.
I can't.
Even with new arms, he has to learn how to sit up all over again.
So you're not able to push off with your arms yet,
No.
but you will be?
Oh, yes. As soon as those doctors give me that okay, I'll be sitting up like a pro again.
So that's the head of the bed.
Everyday tasks the rest of us take for granted are now within his reach, thanks to the arms of a dead stranger.
You don't know who the donor is,
I do not.
but his family may be watching this.
Yeah.
What would you like to tell the family?
I'm just grateful that I'm going to have this opportunity to be able to hold somebody's hand again, to possibly be able to fulfill my dreams, my lifelong dreams.
That dream, even when he had no arms, is to become a celebrity chef.
I am going to compete on the next Food Network Star. I'm going to win it. And then I'm going to open up a restaurant.
And if he never recovers enough dexterity to slice and dice, Peck says, well then, he'll just run the place. For CBS This Morning, David Martin in Boston.
I just want to get in the pool.
You know, a couple of things about that. One, David Martin is one of the best friends American men and women who fight for us and take risks for us have, because he does pieces like this. Secondly, it just reminds you of the possibilities now for people to regain every day.
What I admire about John Peck is his attitude.
I know.
We were pulling for you, John Peck. I believe
Yes.
he's going to do okay.
Yes.
He's going to be a chef.
Struggle, yes.
Yes.
Can't wait to have you at the table.
Yes.
Really nice job.